Hello everyone, I'm going to be teaching you how to go from this little build over here to something like that. I know it's not much to look at, I built in a couple seconds. It's just an idea to show you that you can have a textured build using one block, right? I want you guys to learn to go from a flat looking cube to something more detailed. It's still the same cube. Like, I can show you, it's pretty much the same shape. The front's pretty much the same at least, because, well, this one's a little bit bigger, but you see the point. It started off with the front. It's the exact same thing, except you can have more detail. So I'm gonna show you how to go from a flat cube like this to something like that. So I'm gonna take this cube, put it over here, and we can start. Okay? We're probably going to start with what kind of wood you want to have this, or whatever wood's near it. You can use any number of woods, and you can just pretty much trade out what wood you're using, you know? You can just pretty much trade out the woods and do whatever. Doesn't really matter. All that matters is pretty much you must do your job. Also, I forgot to fix that. Like, I didn't do an interior because that's not something I'll be doing anytime soon for these builds. It's still like early stages. But yeah, first you start off with your cube and you think what kind of blocks you want to use. This time I'm going to use spruce. Right? You grab all your spruce blocks. Every single one you're going to use, or you think you're going to use, including signage. And let's begin. Right? You got this your little cube, right? So bam, 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 bam. There's a little detail I like to do with doors. With doors, I like to add that little lip, right? And then with the rest of it, it's just going to be simple transformation. It's still the same cube as you saw. I just removed the back, and I'm replacing it. But so far, this is how you start. The wood acts as a support, like a visual support, that allows you to see, oh, that's how this is supposed to look, right? And then, and usually the front will look different from the rest of the build, sadly. But that's part of it, you know? It's like figuring out little solutions. But yeah, pretty much, you look for the best way to fill in the empty spaces. This is like the only time I'll show you how to build it. Something specific. But pretty much, when there's too much flatness in a build, it kind of kills the entire thing. It makes everything look plain, boring, and not enjoyable. That's why I like to add flair by adding a bunch of detail. A lot of the times, these detail will make it harder to build next to these builds. It's not the same kind of style all throughout, you know? But it gives you an idea of what you're doing. Like, you can do something like this. Like this one, I'm gonna do something a little different from what I did. Why is it raining? I really hate how they did that to Minecraft. Anyways, with this one, I'm gonna do something different. You're gonna have a different look from this one, because this one I'm going to show you how to make sure you have detail. Right? The signs will act as like slight bumps, you know? You see how the signs bump out a little bit? Because you don't have any really different textures, that really helps add some depth to it. It's not our main goal, but it's mostly experimentation, if you realize. And so far, that's what I've got for these walls. I'm going to do something different with the back, though. Alright? And maybe for the front here, you might want something a little like this. Right? Then you grab along the lines of this, or you could do something like that, so that it's more of a smooth transition, because as you can see with the shelf, it's that little bump allows it to have a bit of a thing. Oh, you could even add these, add more shelves to it to add more texture, right? And once you have this, now you know, hey, this roof is probably going to go out more. So you can do that. I'm going to do something similar, but not exactly the same as I did over there. Do something like that. And then you do that, right? You want to put this on every corner because it gives you your idea of how everything is supposed to sit. You just want to mirror that right there. These builds require only wood, so you don't need to worry about getting more than wood. But yeah, so far we have our walls. And of course, you could do a little more to expand it, the size of it all. Hell, you could even add detail like that, right? So that you can extend how large this actual build will be through the top. Like, for example, I wonder, would it look better if I did that? Or should I instead... Actually, that looks pretty good. So, then you add your things, or like that, because you want your windows, of course. When you're adding your windows, make sure to make... You just need to make sure nothing ever is flat. Because flatness is your enemy when building, usually. Because if something's too flat, it doesn't look as good as it could be looking, you know? So bam, bam, bam. Then sometimes there's a case where flat areas are good looking. But usually when you're building things, you don't want it to look like a soft blocked potato. Right? So then you do that. And once you have everything, like for example that. And as you can see, it's already coming along somewhat. And then you do that. There. Now it's a matter of figuring out how to fill these corners that are a little empty. And then bam! There you go. And because of these slight bumps, you can tell that I'm struggling. Because, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know why, I struggle to build when on camera. It's weird. Anyways, pretty much bam. You don't want anything looking too flat anytime, you know? You just need to work on adding a lot of detail when you can. And then, pretty much, once you have your thing, and then you just need to add a roof. What I'm basically teaching you is think of all the flat areas and think of ways to fill them, right? You can use the same block type to pretty much make an entire build look so much different than it is, right? I'm not gonna do the roof because I'm just trying to show you an example of, you know, how to do this. It's just basically take, but don't make it too flat. Otherwise, it's gonna look a little silly. you know? Even these shelves you can use to add more detail. I know it's not any green builds, it's not the best way of explaining, but I'm doing my best. But pretty much, yeah, you got your entrance, you got plenty of space and windows, and you got a second floor with this one, which you probably would make look like this. There you go. And then you grab a slab. Down here, of course, you add your wooden floor. There you go. And as you can see, I've done everything in my power to make sure there's no actual constant flat areas, right? Anytime I notice something that looks a little too flat to my liking, I add a little more detail. Right? It's not a lot of work, but it is something compared to nothing. But yeah, pretty much that's all I've got time for. But yeah, I'm showing off this, and you just pretty much gotta fiddle around until you figure out, hey, maybe this much detail is too much, maybe I need to remove some things, maybe I need to add some things. But pretty much, that is the plan. You got your detailed builds there, and then you got your controller. So you basically went from cube to that. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and all that lovely jazz. I hope you enjoyed watching that, because honestly, I tried my best. I'm not that good with this.